Hi, this is David with entry number 531 here in Hongdae. Just kind of meandering right now. Just not really any point in my exploration. Just kind of looking around. Wanted to point this out here. Well, to my right is this restaurant right there on the corner with the red banner. It's called I don't know if you could see it. It's called Maialino, and I'm almost 100% positive it's ripping off a restaurant in New York City called Maialino. Maialino is a Roman restaurant, I think, in New York, and it's a pretty famous one at that. So I figure, actually, that wouldn't be the first time things were duplicated here for a Korean market. It's actually a fairly common thing that Koreans see, opportunities for success in American business, and they basically take that same model or idea and they replicate it or duplicate it for the Korean market. Sometimes that means some change, like a very little change. Other times that means like an absurd amount of change, so it's almost a different product. But there are a few instances where this kind of copycat business thing, has gotten a few of them in trouble. There was a fairly successful ice cream place in San Francisco that was doing kind of like strange or unique flavors of ice cream, and one of the cooks there happened to be a Korean American guy, and basically learned how to cook all the ice creams, and then came here to Korea and attempted to replicate the same ice creams here. And of course he had some of his own original flavors, but turned out that they didn't really appreciate, or the original guy didn't really appreciate all that liberty the man took, and sued him. There's also a very famous place in New York City called not New York, wait, is it? No, it's in LA, called Kogi, which is like the Korean word for meat. Kogi's opened by a Korean American guy who started the kind of thing that would be Mexican Korean fusion, and so he basically took that idea, or someone here took that idea, another Korean American guy, and copied it, and now you have this place called Vatos here, or Vatos in Spanish. It's basically just a mediocre Mexican food with some Korean stuff on top of it. So yeah, it's not really an original idea to kind of steal other people's ideas and bring it to your country. I know it's done in the U.S. as well from other places, but it is always a little funny when you see something that is so obviously American popping up here in not America. So everything's good today, though. It's really warm. I would say that we are kind of fully in spring now here. Feels hot. Probably overdressed a bit, but overall things are good. It's a bit of a struggle. Excuse me, trying to wait for this thing to come in, this visa, because it's everything is kind of riding on it, and as soon as that comes in, then things can actually get started here for me. But until then, it's a bit of a waiting game, I suppose. So anyway, I spoke with my mom earlier today and figured out some of the details kind of on the stuff she's coming, when she's coming, and what we're gonna do. And I've started to kind of plan that trip in my head. So apologize for the noise, and I realized that the last few videos were a bit hard to hear, but hopefully I stopped using the headphone mic that I was using before and you can hear a little better. I know that might be a bit too late for this video because I was walking around in a fairly loud area, but if you bear with me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk with you in a couple days. Bye.